What's going on, Jerome's a little bit of a raw, real rant time where I believe in Kevin O'Connell. I think that he is the bee's knees. I think that he is going to develop into one of the better head coaches in the National Football League. I think that he's got a great attitude. I think that he's a forward thinker. I think that he should not do shotgun on 4th and 1. Also, I think that he should not get all fancy pants with a jump pass first and goal from the 3. But whatever. He's learning from mistakes. The players seem to love him, and the Vikings are 10-3 in this competitive rebuild. But he's got a couple of big tests ahead of them. Actually, his biggest test right now is deciding what he's going to do on defense. Now, a lot of head coaches have abdicated their responsibility for the other side of the football. We saw that with Mike Zimmer. He's like, all right, I got the defense. Norv, you take care of the offense. JDF, you take care of the offense. Kubiai, you take care of the offense. Blah, blah, blah. Stefanski, whatever. Right, but Kevin O'Connell, like he needs to embrace the fact that he's the head coach of the entire team, and I think that he's done that. But at a certain point, he's got to step in and put his foot down with what's going on with his defense right now. The last 4 games, the Vikings pass rush has been putrid, which in turn means that the secondary has been lit up. 5 straight games of 400 plus yards of offense allowed to the opposing team. It's no bueno, and he's got a decision to make right now. And he said this week that he's not going to change out Ed Donatel. And I know that some fans have been like, well, it's too late in the season. No, it is absolutely not too late in the season to make a change. Now, you're not going to overhaul the defense. You're not going to install a new one. You're not going to change verbiage. You're not going to do anything like that. But guess what? You can be more aggressive. You can be more creative on defense. And I think that if Donatel's not going to change his stripes, I mean, getting Mike Pettin in there, getting Mike Smith in there to call a little bit more aggressive game, get this pass rush going. And guess what? A pass rush is a cologne that covers up a lot of stink. It is the Drakkar Noir, it is the Old Spice, it is the Brute. Because guess what? Pass rush improves. All of a sudden, that secondary just magically gets better. And all of a sudden, the Vikings are back in the contender conversation. But just allowing and surrendering all of this, where giving up all these yards, giving up all these third downs. And I know the Vikings were 1 of 6 in the red zone against the Jets, so that's sort of skewing the stats of the red zone defense. But it's great that they're opportunistic. 4 games this season have ended on a secondary turnover, but you can't rely on that. They have to get better. They have to get more consistent. They have to get after the quarterback's ass more and more. Get a couple sacks, end some drives, get possession back to the offense, and let things roll. So Kevin O'Connell, like, I'm worried that in the back of his mind, maybe subconsciously, he's thinking, okay, you know what? It's year 1. This is a great year to build on, even though the Vikings have this beautiful opportunity right now. And guess what? This offense, respect. His offense can clang and bang with anyone in this league. Justin Jefferson is playing like an MVP candidate. Kirk Cousins is playing some of the best ball of his career. The offensive line will get Darrisaw and Bradbury back, so the run game and Dalvin will be able to get back to where it once belonged. So this team can put up points, but the defense just sucks right now. It does. And we've seen that this defense can be very good. In the middle of the season, they're generating about a 40% pressure rate in average throughout most of the games. They're getting turnovers. It was great. It was fantastic. But maybe some teams are figuring things out. Maybe teams are just getting rid of the football better. They're blocking Daniil and Za'Darius a little bit better, so they have to get more creative. It isn't a talent issue. It is not. It is a scheme and coaching issue, putting these players in the best spots to succeed. And Kevin O'Connell, he's going to have to make a decision. If Ed Donatel isn't doing it, if defensive line coach Chris Rumph isn't doing it, if secondary coach Durante Jones isn't doing it, if linebacker coach Mike Smith isn't doing it, they have to make some changes. Right, and you could say, well, it's too late to do that. The Lions fired their secondary coach when they were 1 and 6, and then they were 5 and 1 after that. So sometimes some change is needed, because guess what? Sometimes people can get too comfortable. They can get too complacent, and Kevin O'Connell needs to be able to see that maybe a change needs to be made. Now, he's not going to do it this week. Short week, Indianapolis on Saturday, but if this defense gets torched by the corpse of Matt Ryan and Jeff Saturday, who was sitting on the couch a couple weeks ago, changes need to be made. And you still have 4 weeks left in the season. After the game, you have 3 games. After Saturday, you have 3 games left and into the playoffs. And this still has a chance to be a very special season. And you don't get many of these. Like they don't come along often, even though you could think, all right, we're going to have sustained success. But the fact that you're 10-3, the fact that you have a chance to secure the 2 seed, the fact that you have a chance to host 2 playoff games potentially, you can't look this gift horse in the mouth. All right, so they have to get after it. They have to fix what's wrong with the defense. They have a month to do it. This defense has been solid at times this season, but increase the pass rush, get after in the secondary. So, I don't know, man. I'm a little bit worried that Kevin O'Connell in year one, maybe he'll be a little bit too passive. Maybe he'll be a little bit too respectful, a little bit too deferential to the guys that he brought into his coaching staff. And it's like, we're trying hard. You're just doing your best over there. I'm not going to fire anyone. I'm not going to take away responsibilities. I'm not going to change things up. Hope that's not the case. Because what else do you need to know? You just got lit up by Jared Goof. You got lit up by Mike White. You got lit up by Mac frickin' Jones. The Cowboys destroyed you. I don't know, man. I don't know, but we'll see. Major test for Kevin O'Connell coming up. But that's it. Raw, real rant. Skull, no production value.